Lord of the Rings is when you're climbing the stairs and Frodo says, go back, Sam. It's one of the most heartbreaking, but it's also one of the most inspiring parts of the whole movie. It's always the part that just makes me break down when I'm watching it. For you as an actor, what do you have to draw on for inspiration to be able to bring yourself to that level of emotion on the screen?
Well, he was saying that the scene on the stairs I think it's in the first one, isn't it?
Third. I think it's third, yeah.
Is it 2 times? Okay. Raise your hand if you think the scene where Frodo sends Sam off is in the Fellowship. Raise your hand if you think it's in the 2 Towers.
Those are trying
Return of the King. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. The only one. As far as I'm concerned, it was in the 2 Towers. Forget what these people say. It was weird. The actual filming of that was really awkward because on these sets, a lot of times those particular scenes, they will not have spent a great deal of time. No, that's not a fair way to put it. They will have calculated in the kind of mechanics of making the movie. When they're building the bridge of this and the Elven Paradise that and all these other things. Well, sometimes those rock scenes are like, okay, you just set up a black screen and make some rocks, you know what I mean? So they did have it all kind of designed out and everything, but it felt a lot of times like, okay, now we're in this abandoned paint warehouse, getting, and there's somebody's finished, Alan Lee invariably is painting the corners of the thing. You're like, I'm sure those rocks would look fine if Alan was doing that. You guys know Alan Lee does the incredible illustrations. Yeah, so, but he just loved it. To him, it was like it came to life, and he broke his arm actually on one of the Elven sets. It was like, I know this incredible illustrator, painter, artist who spends like 2 decades in his imagination on paper, and now he's like wandering around, like he dropped his acid and like he's wandering around. And everything looks like what he painted, only he can touch it and stuff. So he always wanted to be working on it, and he got hurt. And I just thought that was so ironic. But anyhow, so it was a little weird. It's like these hard cement floor of the paint warehouse, and like the doors, and it's cold outside in Wellington, and you walk in, and there's just a couple of fake rocks, and go. For me personally, it all comes out of the actual story. I really try and put myself in the moment that the character's in. And if Sam is feeling bad because Frodo is sending him away, then I'm Sam, feeling bad that Frodo's sending me away. And the great thing about Tolkien, which makes it kind of easy actually in a certain sense, it's hard, but I remember the audition scene. It was where Sheila was stung him, and Sam is holding him and looking around, and he has to, and it's just a great scene. I read the scene once, and it was like, you had it. It's so easy to memorize a scene that's that well written. That scenes that are a little bit, techno stuff, it's hard, but that was, don't go where I can't follow, that whole thing. And, yeah, it's great, it's fun. You just want to milk it, you know what I mean? Once you get into that zone, that emotional space, part of your mind has to be, as a professional, aware of the camera, aware of who's around you, aware of what you're doing, but you also kind of at the same time have to be completely engulfed in it. So, but when that, kind of mercenary part of you kicks into gear, you're just like, oh, I got it now. I'm just gonna lean on it and lean on it and lean on it until they finally go, okay, it's too much. But that particular scene, it's like he's sending a dog off, go, get out of here, bad dog. And that was, I thought about that a little bit, about just a dog, so like friendly and helpless, and so it was good though, good question. Yeah, Frodo.